can I tell you that I consume these like water? I have read so many. My phone is just full of screenshots from these stupid villainous isekai.
Hello everyone! Welcome to this episode of PAM Sessions! Today we're here with
Hi everyone, I'm Navina Nova of Production Kawaii's newest generation ephemera. I am navigating through the stars and straight onto your screen today!
Woo! And Miss Navina Nova, what is it that got you interested in music in the first place?
That's a really good question. Well, I was raised in a family of space people. But up in space, there's not much to do whenever you're not, like, charting the galaxies. So all you can do is listen to music. So my whole family are big music lovers. All my family are big, like, musicians as well. They did opera, and band, and orchestra, and everything. And I was just surrounded by music, so I couldn't really escape it.
I mean, it's lucky if it's something you couldn't escape that it ended up being something you really liked, though. So that's always nice.
Yeah.
And you said you're surrounded by all types of music, like orchestra and opera and stuff. Do you play any other instruments or do any dancing as well?
I do. I actually am classically trained with 7 years of experience in trombone.
Oh, nice! Trombone is a rare one. I don't hear that very often, but it's so cool! You get to play so many like bass lines.
I wanted the gap. Whenever they like asked me in school, they were like, "What instrument do you want to play?" I wanted the gap of being like a small girl playing bass.
I'm not gonna lie, for a while I actually wanted that with tuba, just because I thought it would be funny. But then we had a day where you could like test the instruments by like picking them up and trying them and stuff. I couldn't lift it.
I couldn't either.
You learned eventually. It's fine. You got it.
Yeah.
That is pretty peak gap. Do you have any plans of someday maybe considering doing trombone stream if there's a way to like not break your desk?
I've considered it. I've practiced like a little bit, but it's so hard. I need to figure out how to record it properly because every time I try, it sounds like those like Xbox Live microphones. Like, I just like blow out my mic.
It might be the noise removal or something. If you turn it down a lot and like get rid of the noise removal, it might work.
I might try that. It's just so loud.
That's fair. Speaking of performing in general, now you've become a VTuber. What kind of inspired you to fall down the rabbit hole? How did you end up here?
To be honest, well, it all started when I was a kid.
Whoa.
Well, you know this, but I am like obsessed with Macross. And I was so like entranced by Lin Minmay of Macross fame. I really wanted to be like her. I was like, oh, I want to be like an idol. Like, that's my dream. And I want to fight robots with my voice. And you know, the second part is not as realistic, but the first part...
I mean, you do come from space. You never know. It's a good skill to have.
That's true. That's true. But I've never run across a giant robot.
Oh, that's good.
Myself.
That's good.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I always wanted to be an idol, so then I would just like sing anime songs to myself all the time and like run around the house like trying to perform for my parents' idol concert.
Cute.
Until eventually, like, I started listening to different, like, utaites and stuff like that, and I got really, really interested in it, and then that just kind of led to the rabbit hole of VTubers, and then I found Kawaii, and I was like, this is me.
Oh, kind of related. It doesn't have to be a performer necessarily, though. It could be an anime or it could be a game, but if you could, like, manifest any music collab of any type, do you know what it would be?
I would die. I would pass away. I would float into space and become a star if I could collab with Harumaki Gohan one day. He's a Vocaloid producer and I love his music. I have all of his albums. I listen to like every single song that he's ever done, and it would just be my dream. But if not that, then I really want to do like something with like bandori.
Ah, yeah!
I feel like that would be really fun, and they've worked with VTubers before.
True.
Live, but still.
I mean, it still counts. HoloLive's just the one that's like breaking the ground. Doesn't mean no one else can do it.
Exactly. I just need to make sure that Kawaii can get super big, so I can.
Yeah. You guys will become massive, and then you can have like a whole bandori game just for you guys. Who knows?
Oh my gosh, a rhythm game for Kawaii.
Yeah! Kawaii rhythm game. Someday you heard it. Any game devs watching, you heard it.
Yeah.
And kind of related, but on a slightly different note. I know that a bunch of the girls in production Kawaii have had 3D concerts and debuts before. I actually almost went to the one in LA last year. It was just really cool to see. And if there's one in the future where you're ever able to be a part of it, do you have any songs in mind that you're considering that might represent you really well?
Well, currently I'm working on my first original song. So
Whoa.
I think that would be just a dream to perform live one day.
I'm excited to hear it. Can you give us any details on the original, or is it all a big secret for now?
I want to keep it mostly a secret, but I will say that it has a little bit to do with my lore.
Ooh, so a lore song.
Just a little bit, but it's also just really cute. It's a very cute song, and it's one that I think people will really want to like dance to.
Oh, exciting! So it's probably gonna be like
Yeah.
an upbeat, fun song. You guys better keep an eye out so you can catch it. And I know you're also a huge fan of a lot of retro anime as well. As someone who found it kind of more recently, because you grew up with it, but like. Not really the anime of your generation necessarily.
Yeah.
You like a lot of older stuff. What is it about older stuff that like really draws you in?
Truly, I don't know. So this is like
Me
the
too,
big
so it's okay.
joke. This is the big joke with like my fans that they just think I'm a boomer, and I will never beat the boomer allegations because anytime they ask me my favorite anime, it's always like, oh, I love Ranma, or I love Sailor Moon, or I love Urusei Yatsura. And like it's all old stuff, but I think it's just the vibes. I don't know, like there's something about like the charm, how it's like more rough around the edges. It's like it's where the tropes were built.
Yeah.
So even though it's cliche, like it doesn't feel
doesn't
as
feel
cliche
overdone.
because it's like the blueprint.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm curious as well. Have you watched Freerun?
I love Freerun.
I was gonna ask
I
if you
love
feel
it,
the
I
same
love
as
it.
me. I've been talking to a number of people where I feel like part of the charm of Freerun, the pacing feels like a retro anime. Like for real.
It does.
Okay, so it's not just me.
No. It literally feels to me like I'm watching like Magic Knight Rayearthon.
Yeah.
Like that's the vibes.
Whatever it is, whatever the charm is of retro anime, it's also in Freerun, so that helps us narrow
I
it down.
agree.
Whatever it is.
It's something about it. I felt similar, not like super similarly, because this is I guess a different like generation of anime. But the Demon Prince of Momochi House has been reminding me so much of like what it felt like when I was a kid to watch Kami-sama Kiss for the
Nice.
first time.
I wanted to start that one, but I forgot to get into it. Is it good?
It's cute. It's like very like not old, but like older, like shoujo vibes.
I like that
It's just
though.
very like cutesy.
And I know you also play a lot of JRPGs, and you have played at least one other Final Fantasy game. Do you have any plans to get into the free trial?
I actually already have it.
Nice! Let's go! Are you excited about Dawn Trail?
I'm very excited. I'm a long time Final Fantasy 14 player.
Nice.
I've been playing, I guess not like super long time, but I've been playing for like 6 years. But I really want to like eventually maybe like start over on stream and like go through it all. Because it's been probably 6 years since I played through like the beginning.
I know as well you mentioned like shoujo anime, and I also saw you mention in your debut that you like shoujo manga, especially isekai shoujo manga. I'm curious if you read any like webtoons that are shoujo isekai, because I'm curious if you read any that I read.
I do. I do.
What ones? I need to know if there's any overlap here.
When I tell you that I consume these like water, I have read so many. My phone is just full of screenshots of these stupid villainous isekai.
That's okay. That's me with otome games on my Switch, so I understand.
But I love them so much. Right now I'm reading this one called Saving My Sweetheart. It's really cute. It's this girl, she goes back in time as they do. And essentially she has like the powers of the same Tess and has to like defeat her evil mom and also find love. And it's so romantic.
Do you have any like favorites in the genre?
There's one that I loved so much, but it's like probably canceled. It's called Roxana. I don't don't know if you've heard of it.
I haven't
but
heard
it's
of
like
it.
it's really really good. But the artist ended up having some trouble, so she like put it on a permanent hiatus.
That happens, yeah.
But it's like the main girl is so evil. She's like
I love that. I love that for her.
she's so evil, and like she's doing the right thing, but she's like has bad ways of going about. Like she's very chaotic neutral, or no, chaotic good. Because she's doing very good things. She's just doing them in a very evil way.
I'm curious about one, just because I found it a couple days ago when I was really sick and I've been addicted. Have you read Tricked into Becoming the Heroine's Stepmom?
Yes, I have.
I binged almost the entirety of it in just this 5 days.
I love that one so much. I can't even remember when I read it, but it was so cute. I love those family stories.
Yeah, me too.
That's why I liked I Shall Master This Family, because like it's so cute. I love familiar relationships.
Yeah, cute stuff like that's always so good. I love slow burns too, so I think that's why I tend to love reading shoujo more than watching it, because I don't like watching slow burns as much, but reading slow burns. Give me like 200 chapters before they even hold hands.
I'm reading like a regular book right now, and it's like a 4-book series. And when I tell you the slow burn is so slow, I am at the end of the 2nd book, and they still have not gotten together.
Oh no! That sounds so good though. I would probably be so into that. I would just need to keep reading, so I'm like, I need to know when.
No, I'm like consuming it so fast because I have to get them together.
Yeah. I saw as well. You just started doing ASMR very recently, and you're practicing it once a week. What was it like to step out of your comfort zone and try it for the first time?
The first time, it was really, really nerve-wracking because I had never done ASMR before at all, like in any capacity, aside from just like reading really quietly. I was really nervous about it, and I was scared. I think the thing that I was the most scared of was I was scared of like feeling like cringy.
Oh yeah.
I was like, while I was like practicing and everything, I was like, this is so cringy. I'm gonna hate this. This is gonna be so awkward. I can't do it. But I would like study, and I have a notebook of notes that I took from like studying different people's ASMR streams, including like my senpais and then like other VTubers and stuff. And I literally went about it like I was taking like the SATs. Like I studied so like crazily about this ASMR stuff, and then my first stream, like instantly, it was like all my studying just went out the door, and I just like instinct took over. I just kind of did it, and it was so much more fun than I thought it was gonna be. Like all of my nerves went away, and it was just like super fun. And now I'm like really into it, and I'm like starting to kind of find like my niche, which I really like doing guided meditation ASMR. I found, and so like I just love it. I really love it.
Nice. All right, thank you again so much for making time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of PAM Session. Hold on.